All right, this was a really high level game in the LAIC GBL meta, and this is where Arangaru is king. I'm running a pretty standard line here with Gyarados Dugong in the back, but it's a game where you'll see just how technical this meta was and why it was really fun in the Go Battle League. So for casual viewers that aren't as into the ins and outs of PvP, this game kind of shows you where some of those can really be cool. So they catch. It was like the first big decision there. They catch onto Gyarados. They lure out my Dugong here, which is going to be able to outbulk the Gyarados, but it ends up being a mirror match this game. And how do you like find a way to win against a mirror match team? Well, you got to try to pull an advantage where you can. He knows that I'll throw here, so he actually decides to throw the Aqua Tail. I undercharge to go for a potential extra farm, but he wisely swaps out to negate that. So he forces me to expend energy here, and it ends up being, as we're going to see, his own Dugong in the back. Now, normally you'd go for the neutral Drurun as opposed to a double resisted Icy Wind. I feel like I want to debuff this thing, so I debuff it, and he wisely lets it go, thinking I might do that. So then I come in Gyarados. I'm always going to no-shield the first since it's debuffed, and I figure he might clear his debuff eventually. And I'm keeping an eye on my switch clock. As soon as their Gyarados comes in, actually, no way. He just caught. He just made a nasty catch there. So, like, I felt okay about my position, but he makes a nasty Aqua Tail catch on his Gyarados. So many plays are being made here, and I'm trying to get out as soon as possible. That wasn't even a catch, really. That was just me trying to reset my Icy Wind debuff. So their Dugong has some energy, and I am behind here. I'm down a shield, but I do have all this energy, so I go for an Aqua Tail bait. I'm at the crunch. I go for another Aqua Tail bait here. And keep in mind how I waited out my switch clock before I came in, so that takes up some time. He goes for an Icy Wind. I'm now debuffed. Now Crunch isn't enough. So I build up to Crunch. I swap Dugong to clear my debuff. Charge attack priority is going to be won by Gyarados. Does the Crunch KO? It does. And a pretty insane game.